Snooki. I'm 27 years old and I live in Louisiana. I actually found Kangen water at a really crazy time in my life. I have always been a healthy person most of my life. I've played sports for 18 years straight, very athletic, very in shape. But after I stopped, something took a toll on my health. I have no idea. But my story is kind of similar to Chris's sister. But unfortunately, I was always that person that every time I went to a doctor, it was, I don't know how to help you, or everything's fine, go home, we've run all these tests on you, everything looks good. But I was experiencing things similar to that of, extreme constipation or extreme diarrhea, uncontrollable. And it got to the point where I was experiencing so much pain and also endometriosis. So pain was more of my life, and that took over my entire life. And to experience that at such a young age was like a huge wake up call. Because I learned very young, if you don't have your health, you have absolutely nothing. And so, before as well, I was also that struggling artist. So I had a lot of dreams, I had a lot of visions that I wanted to, pursue, but I still felt unfulfilled in my life. And everything was just kind of crashing and burning all at once. And I guess that's kind of how it happens when you make a huge shift in your life. But, getting those answers over and over, going to the ER several times, getting to the point where I couldn't function anymore, I literally was losing it. And that's a really depressing state to be in as well. And so I found this actually randomly online, and I had to take a chance on myself. I didn't tell my family. I didn't tell the five roommates that I had at the time because no one was experiencing what I was going through, and I couldn't explain it. And I also didn't really express it either because it was, you know, when you're, I guess, I don't know, that's just me. I'm the youngest one in my family. I'm the female, but I don't want to put any pressure on the people that I love. So I had to figure it out myself. So basically, I was searching into a holistic route, and this ad popped up about this water. And I saw this presentation. I saw that the colonoscopy inventor himself was a medical advisor for this, and that's what really stuck out to me because for me, I was like, all right, if this guy's on it, like, okay, it's got to be good. Like, he talks about it in his book, and I'm just like, all right, like, this guy treats kings and queens. I'm going to listen to him. And so I just took a chance. At the time, I had no credit, I had no money because, again, everything was crashing and burning. I was losing my job, I was about to get fired, everything. So, that being said, right before I got fired, I got blessed by God, and that's literally the reason all this has happened in my life. I got two random bonuses in of $2,000. I took that to the bank. I said, "Hey bank, I make this plus here's some paycheck stubs," and they approved me for a loan. I didn't expect to get approved, but it happens, and I got my machine in. Here it is, popping up on the counter. All my roommates were like, "What the heck is this, Chelsea?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it. I'll tell you later," because I really didn't know anything still at that time. But I started drinking the water. So much happened in 1 week. Like when I tell you, I was so mind blown over and over of just like, oh my gosh, like this water, like who knew, like who knew? And then I found like when you get involved with this, so much education opens up, and a whole different world just appeared in front of my eyes. And I awakened to a problem that is happening right now here in the U.S. And I didn't know that water was the least regulated thing. I didn't know that for some odd reason we're 75% water, but yet no one's talking about that. And then I also didn't really realize how sick America is. Like the the numbers are insane. And now it's like I hear more and more young people who have more health issues, and it's over and over again. Why are we so sick? And so this is such a big movement because we're going towards the holistic route, and that's what happened. And long story short, after I got my machine, I didn't know any of these beautiful people on this call, by the way. Like, I got my machine kind of in the dark. I was just like, here you go, there it is. And I had to learn everything on my own. So it wasn't until later that I didn't know anyone. And I was like, oh my gosh, why doesn't anyone know about this? But I found physical people in my town. I actually found that there's a restaurant right down the street that serves the water. In the restaurant, I had no idea. And then from there, I found out some chiropractor offices, dentist offices, I've then swapped my entire, you know, health approach, and I went holistic. So I see a holistic doctor, and she practices with Kangen in her practice. Like, mind blown over and over again of like, oh my gosh, like, wow. And there's storefronts here. It's just like, it's crazy that, you know, in the town I just so happen to live, it's here. And later I got introduced to this amazing community here, because, you know, once you get involved in this, and especially once you have your own testimony, you can't shut up. Like, literally, it becomes your whole life.
I want to jump back onto the screen really quick, so let's go ahead and go back to the presentation. Amazing testimonies. Can you guys see my screen? Thumbs up? Cool. Okay, so you're probably wondering, what's this healthy water that these people are talking about that's changing lives, right? And many others would agree that proper hydration and amazing water that I'm going to show you in a second is the biggest piece to allowing our bodies to live and prosper, right? Put a yes in the chat box if you can agree with that statement right there, right? Because the biggest piece to your health puzzle is water, right? Because the body is made of water. I didn't know this when I first got reintroduced